Hello everyone, welcome. This is now Call of the Sea. This will be our 100% achievement guide. This is not a walkthrough as such, this is just a quicker version of an entire walkthrough. But if you do want a walkthrough, there will be another video posted in the time card above. So if this video is unclear, you can go to that video to just clear things up. So the prologue hasn't got many collectibles whatsoever, and they're quite easy to find. So the first one is located on the chest once you've woken up, and then the rest of the collectibles will be located on the desk. You will find a journal that you need to pick up, and then if you enter the code 506 for this chest, this will be your last and final sections of notes and logs. Also, this game loves to not prioritize all the notes in the game, so you may see notes that I don't record because it's not required. But I do record some notes just in case, if I'm not too sure. Anyway, let's go. Chapter 1. The first note is in the left hand side, so go into the cave and go to the very bottom, or not bottom, sorry, go to the very end, and you will find the water Unu, or Unu. Don't know if it's actually called the water Unu, but since these things are placed in the water, and she did say that these are called Unus.
It may look peaceful, but clearly somebody wants to keep outsiders off this island. From what I've read,
now the next note will be the lever mechanism. So it's not the lever itself, it's the mechanism that you put the item inside. So you need to interact with this before actually putting the mechanism inside. Now the next thing on adventure, we'll go to a locked chest or locked key lock or box, and you will find a stone key location note as well.
CW. Those are the initials on the
in here, there's no point me showing the key because you get the key during the prologue and it's story related. You can't miss it.
Sent me this key was here. This is starting to look like a scavenger hunt.
I'm convinced this one's not really part of the story or part of the main collectible, so I showed it anyway just to be safe.
Well, look what's hidden here.
Now once you've done the mechanism and figured out how to open this door, now once you proceed on, you'll get to a very small camp, and then on the chest to the right hand side, the second one to your right, you will find a photo of the expedition crew.
Is that Harry? Harry, you were here. You were here and I found you, damn it. Where are you now? Where is everybody? Where did you and all your crew go? Lady Shannon? That name sounds familiar. I bet it's...
And now for the next note, we're going to find the mountain one. The mountain Unu thingy we call it. So follow the only path you can, and eventually you should run directly into this one located on the left. You'll see a plank of wood sticking out. Just interact with it, look through the hole, and then ta-da, you got it.
Mountainous landscape.
Now for the next one, this will be a fish one. I don't actually know if these actually called fish mounted, but I'm looking at a mountain and they're calling this, so I'm just abbreviating them. Or sorry, my editor is abbreviating them.
This sort of pond is a
and now as we proceed on down the pathway, if you look to the left, you'll see some water, and then you'll find a hut, and you'll find one of them wooden things in the water. This one will be the fish one. So now we're going to go to the bird area, so we're going to go into the bird sanctuary. Just follow the only path you can on the left side and go in between the trees, and then you'll enter the area. Now in this area here, you will find many of these planks of woods. But don't worry, there's only one you need to interact with, and it's the one with the bird sitting on top of it. And of course, you'll see the birdhouse as well.
There are lorikeet feathers scattered around.
And now for the next thing we're going to grab, it will be the achievement relating to this level. It's pretty easy to find. So in the same area, there will be a rock that shapes as a ramp. Once you go up the rock, look down, you'll find a barrel. Interact with it to get the achievement.
This looks like cargo from an earlier voyage, long before Harry's expedition.
And now for the next note, and this will be the final puzzle solution thing that we need to find. I was going to say that you don't really need to grab these, but yes you do, because there's an achievement tied for finding all notes and logs and stuff, so. So once you go leave the bird sanctuary, take the first left you can. Go into the deep jungle, and then you'll find this last and final puzzle solution thing.
Rays of sunlight shining through.
Now once we've got
Another
all
symbol.
the necessary notes now to figure out the puzzle, we want to head to the bridge now located where the expedition crew photo was.
Well, I guess I hit the jackpot.
There we go, this is our first puzzle
Let's get across
solved.
the river then.
Now since we've done this puzzle and the bridge is now fully down. Now for the next story related, the next achievement relating to this mission or the chapter will be gently down the stream. So for this one, all we need to do is head back to the very beginning of this chapter and we've found out that our boat is no longer there. To get the achievement properly, you need to interact with the markings on the ground where your boat was located.
The motorboat. It's gone. And I had my luggage in it.
Chapter 2. Onwards. So as soon as you start the chapter 2, you'll be introduced to 3 huts in this area. So go to the first hut located on the right, and you'll find your first tiki.
Like something straight out of an adventure novel.
Now for the next one, you want to interact with the coat of arms located above the hut.
It's some sort of Polynesian coat
This
of
will be
arms.
one of 4, I
Is that
believe.
An octopus.
Now for the next tiki, go to the next hut directly to your left, and you'll find it directly outside the
Could these
hut,
tikis
just
be
like
some
the
sort
previous
of
one.
Guardians.
And now for the next collectible, this will be
Something's
inside the
missing
hut
inside
of the
that
second
emblem.
hut. I think it's the one located inside the chest. If not, it might be
Looks
the
like some
note
of
to
the
the
crew
left.
members didn't get along too well. A forbidden
So like I
ritual?
said, oh no, it is the one in the container here. But like I said, you don't need to grab every single note. So now for the next tiki. Now go to the next hut. In this section, you'll find it once again outside the hut.
They're composed of 4 pieces.
And now for the next coat of arms.
Broken.
I think
But
this is number
might
3.
as well draw what I can see of it in my journal.
I could be wrong. Now once you go inside the house, making sure you look at every single note, and one of the notes will be the diary entry July 14th to 1934. And yes, you see me pick up unnecessary things, but I'm just making sure I've got everything. And of course, the notes don't really say a name or what name they are, so
We thought it was nothing.
we're
at
just going
first.
by what the letter says. So now for the tombstone of Roy Granger. Now go down the pathway to the right side of that hut we went to before,
Fair-
and you'll
I never
find a
thought
gravestone.
that
This will be the guy
expedition
that we
would
need to
cause
go
anybody's
find, and
death.
also interact with the note, just to be safe.
I'm sure Harry never thought so either. If he'd known this was going to happen, he'd never have come.
And now for the next tiki. This should be the last one. This will be the full solution now for the tiki puzzle. But we
What
won't
a
do it just
delicate
yet
piece
anyway.
of
But yeah, it's
craftsmanship.
located right next to the graveyard, next to the hut. And now for the coat of arms. I'm not too sure if I recorded the right ones or not. I'm assuming I have.
They used the emblem as a head
But I
sign
did
for
record
Roy's
quite a
grave.
bit So hopefully you haven't missed nothing.
Shark.
So now for the coat of arms number 4 is once you proceed up the hill where the waterfall is, you will see another 2 huts. In this area here there is quite a lot of stuff to pick up. Even his jigsaw we have to do, or the puzzle bit. And then this should be the last coat of arms. So now that's all done. And now we're going to do the tiki symbol order. So all we have to do now is just rearrange this scrambled up paper into the right order to get the combination to the tiki.
Got it.
Now once you've done that, so the next thing will be the lady shipwreck. So I'm not sure what the hell I'm doing right here, but for some reason I didn't look into the telescope. So make sure you just look into the telescope to get the log for the shipwreck. So at this moment in time, I'm just looking around, making sure I've got every bit of notes. I'm pretty sure all these notes don't really count apart from this one here.
My dear old pal.
He may not say it explicitly, but
So this might be even a note I didn't register, but anyway, I recorded it, so it's right there.
Jeepers, something's missing here. Jeepers, a stranded ship.
And now for the achievement called Weekends at whatever that just says. So this will be the tiki solution puzzle. So starting from the top, working our way down.
A secret compartment.
So of course, once you solve the puzzle, you will get a indication you have a new log or note. So there's really no point me telling you what the note is called because no note is actually named anything.
Never seen any substance.
So if I'm showing you what I get during the progress of the video, then you should be fine.
Wow, really old.
But yeah, the main thing we're going to pick up though is the objective here to the right that we need to come in this room anyway. And then pick up that paper behind the clove rack. And now with your new story related item, you want to place it onto the elevator to turn it on. This elevator is located at the very starting location of the level, and you'll see it on the right side. And now once we get up, you will find a hut located to the right that has 3 diaries in here, or 3 logs. And they're all located on the table. Don't ask me which ones, because it's been a few days since I recorded this and I'm kind of don't remember which ones they are.
Whoever took this picture must have a really cool head.
And now for the 3 black eyes. Now once we head into, this is the final puzzle room. So if you know the solution, recommended do not solve this puzzle now, because it will just automatically finish and take you to the next level. So also in this room here, you will find 3 eyes that have got like black ink coming out of them. But there's only 3 like this, so the rest of the eyes you don't really need to pay attention. It's just the 3 black eyes that have blue ink coming out their eye socket.
Tiles. Do they have 2 pupils? Another eye. I hear whispering. Were these eyes related to the ritual? I hear it. I'd better draw it just in.
So now for the next 2 murals, and we're going to find a log as well. So go into the corridor As we're leaving, you will find 3 notes located on the table here to the left.
Well, this looks like another job.
And then you want to
How
interact
old
with the
is
2
this mural?
murals directly in
It
front
looks
and
really
behind you.
ancient. Depicts a ritual of some sort. What are they doing to their eyes?
And now for the next achievement. So this achievement would be found in developers. So this is like a kind of a shortcut unlocked, but it's not really a shortcut really, because it takes forever to climb the damn ladder anyway. So remember this path as well, because we need to take it back anyway. And also remember these 2 huts, because we come back here as well to get the lens puzzle. But for now, let's go back down and head to the main starting location of the level. So where the elevator is. And once we get here, you will find the elevator is now fully erect. And then you'll find a logo located on the elevator shaft. Called Raw Fury.
I believe this symbol means humble gawker of glamorous indie games. Brilliant.
And now for the lens puzzle. Now we're going to head back where we came from and go into the second hut located on the left. Of course, you have to go through the first hut to get to the second. Yeah, I'm also just making sure I've shown you these as well, but I don't think these count towards anything. Just to make sure, pick them up. So now with this lens puzzle, if you have picked up the necessary notes, you can actually figure this out by yourself by looking into your journal. So I'm going to speed the footage up now because I don't really need to explain what to do, just follow what I do.
Yes, I think I solved it.
And now once you've done that, you want to grab the lens and now stick it into the telescope.
Jeepers, a stranded ship. It fits.
And once you put the lens in, look inside the telescope, and then this will be the puzzle done.
What? What on earth? What is happening? My God. What?
And now for the last and
was
final
that that I
thing, this will
saw?
be connected stars puzzle. So the dream you just had, or the flashback, this will be your solution to the very final part of the level. So now let's head back now. So let's head back down the very shortcut section, even though you climb way too slow. And then all you need to do is just connect the dots, just follow the video, and then we're on to chapter 3.
I can press these star-shaped tiles. Right, looks like I solved it. Great Scott! Oh,
Onwards to chapter 3. As soon as we start the chapter, just walk along the shoreline and then stay to the far left of the big shipwreck
that ship!
and just make sure you investigate the terrible storm. You don't have to do nothing for this one, just let the dialogue play and then you'll be done. So at first I thought this was the right location and clearly is not. You have to go right next to where the ship is, where you see the hook going around, and then not interact, but just look in the ocean, and then you'll get a dialogue for it. And now for the achievement, the Lady Shannon recording. So as soon as you enter the shipwreck, You'll find loads of boxes to the left. Just interact with this recorder and then let it play for the entirety to get the achievement. And now for the next puzzle. This is going to be kind of a story related thing because you have to do it anyway. So climb up the very long ladder. And then once you have achieved greatness and get to the very top, and then you will want to go turn on the power. So on the left side here you will find 4 switches. You have to do them in a specific order to turn them on. Not very difficult. Just trial and error if you don't know what it is. And now onwards to the next thing, and the next puzzle is once we turn around, now turn the next power source on, you might as well. Now take a left and go into one of the cabins. Now once you enter the cabin, there won't be any notes really in here to really pick up and worthwhile. But once again, I do show you everything that I pick up, just to be safe because I'm not too sure if these count. The only thing that counts is when you do the puzzle and it gives you a note for frequencies. So the frequencies are, if you want to turn the dial all the way down to the very bottom and then do 4 ticks up for each one, this will be the puzzle. And now once we have left the shipwreck, now before, well after leaving I should say, we want to turn on the next power source. Once again you'll figure this out when you go past it and realise you can't proceed on with the story no more. Now once we go into the main cam, we want to go to the right cam first. And then you'll find 3 and my ring alarm is going off. So you'll find there's 3 logs or 3 papers in the photo area. The first and second paper, that's all we need to do to interact with it. But if you do want to know the story a bit more, feel free to investigate more. Entirely up to you. And now for the next achievement, this will be the Marsh Cannery. So go into the opposite tent, next to where the power source is that we need to flip.
Hey, this sailor is a dead
Click over, and you'll find a can inside here, so make sure you interact with that to get the achievement. And now, since we're here, we might as well turn the power on and then go to the back of the ship. And you'll find a tent here located onto your left side. If I remember correctly, none of these count towards anything. Just wanted to be safe and just pick them all up.
What kind of machine were you building?
I could be wrong. So now we're going to go investigate the sea level. So now head to the very end of the level.
This unique structure certainly isn't
Because we need to go to the end of the level to get the sea level, then we can go all the way back to the next part of the story. Because this triggers the what is it? It's the dialogue that you need to hear. You have to do it in specific order. So once you investigate the sea level located right here, then now we have to go to the projector screen, and then we'll get another dialogue for that next note as well.
Those symbols seem to indicate the height of the tide.
So now this will be a long trek back now into the new location. So if you haven't turned the power on in the main tent or the main camp that we was in previously, you're going to need to do that now. So as we enter, ignore this next camp in here, go to the very top to find the mural. Then once you're done, head back down.
It's curious, but it's the first time since I got sick that I feel useful. Harry is depending on me, and not the other way around. What an odd structure. It doesn't look like a building, though.
Now as we proceed down, make sure you go into this next camp area, and then once you're inside you want to interact with everything you can to find some notes and logs, and then we're going to get the achievement as well for you look that up in a guide. There is many things here. So for the next note, there's also a note for playing with every single key on this very small piano. So once you do that, you will get a another note that comes up.
No less from you.
And now we're going to play it properly to get the achievement. Since I've already got the achievement, you won't see it. Do, 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 do. And now for the next achievement and some next set of notes we're going to find. So once we turn on the projector, we want to very slowly, I'll just say very slowly, go through the projector screens one at a time until she says, I think that's the projector, or I think that's the one.
I think this is the right one.
There we go. As soon as you hear that dialogue, then you want to pick up or look at the projector screen itself to get the note. And now for this next achievement, go to the very, very end of this projector to get the cartoons to start appearing up. And then you will get another achievement as well. But of course, the next video clip you will see is me doing this anyway. But make sure you interact with the screen once again to get the next one.
And
The next note as well. I don't think it's a note, but you can interact with it if you want to. And now in between the projector and the projector screen, you will find, I think there's 2 notes here, or 3 notes. One under the desk, there'll be the calendar, and there'll be some paper or some documents to the left.
How can you always did have
Yeah, when my editor Alpha was doing this, this chapter 3 was a complete mess on the videos because I messed up halfway through. I realised I didn't get the right projector thing, so I had to redo it all again. So this is the actual time when I actually got the achievement pop up
cartoon was unexpected.
for the achievement. So now this will be the final puzzle of this level. So once we go to the very, very end of the level once again, where you came before, to do the sea level. Well, there's no point in me speaking, just follow what I do, and then you'll be A-okay. So once you've done the tide puzzle, you want to eventually go on top of this mountain. Now before going any further is to interact with this little box here to find your next note. I've already picked it up, so I can't pick it up again. It'll be like a very small cutscene. Then this should give you the letter for the Harry's second letter. And then if you want to now, just press all the buttons on the screen or on that little switch to finish the level. On to chapter 4, quite a show. There are, I think, 11 murals in this level. So now for this next mural is located once you proceed up. There'll be a
Took me a
path
while
going
to get
straight or
here.
right. If you want to head to the
views
right
are
first,
worth
and
it.
then you will
Strokes of
find the
rain are
next
so
mural.
refreshing.
This will be like singing
Feels
figures,
really good.
because
Are
it talks
these
about
figures
figures and singing.
singing
So
like a choir? Are these figures singing like
also there are quite a few of these automatic gain logs. That once you go close to a specific area, so you start talking, then you'll get a log or a note. So I don't actually record them because we actually go right near them anyway. So here there'll be another mural and then there'll be another note.
They didn't accept
If I'm
Frank
correct,
in
there
the
should be a note
university.
located in this tent here. This should be the one that triggers it. There is a few other notes in this section alone, so I do pick them up, don't worry. I believe they're not tied to anything, but I still pick them up. So make sure you interact with the mural there, and then we can move on. So now this log is located on the other pathway, so go past the first mural that we actually got, and then proceed on to the tower.
The only tent that came out of the rock slide in one piece.
So once again, I
is
am
the
showing
one
you
filled
picking
with
up me notes.
amulets.
Even though I'm pretty sure these don't count for anything. So head back, go past the first mural that we got before, and then follow the next path. So this is one of these automatic logs or notes that is given to you, but once you get very close to this tower section here to the left, your character will automatically look up. And it will give you a note as well. But I've already been here to look around. But there are 4 notes here, but only one of them count.
Harry's convinced.
Sorry, there's 5 notes and there are 2 counts. There's 4 notes here, and then the next note is located on the right. This will be the picture of the crew.
His low spirits are obvious.
May not notice one's already dead. Or one's missing, I should say.
witty,
But dead,
so
yeah.
funny. A loving
Spoiler!
person, but it
Frank
takes a
died.
lot for him to open up.
So to the right side of that hut, you will find another gravestone.
So Frank fought in the Great War.
Just to be safe, just interact with everything you see here. There's only 3 things that you can look at. The tombstone, the bit of
I'm
paper,
so
and the
sorry.
dog tags.
He was such a talented man.
So now we're going to get the symbols, we're going to get some murals, we'll get some notes, all in this one video clip, and the achievement for the sound check. So as we proceed up into the inner circle, you'll find the mural and the buttons here. But for now, let's get the murals over and done with.
Homemade loudspeakers. Probably to amplify
So
the
there'll be
sound.
3 murals located on the inner side of this part on each specific pillar.
Homemade loudspeakers. Probably to amplify the sound.
So there'll be a note
So I guess
located
you
right
used
next to
the notes
the
from the
record
organ.
player. I think there is more notes, but I can't remember exactly which ones there are.
Testing.
I think it might be some automatic notes as well, but if you interact with the microphone a few times, you get a few notes as well. And then if you be very persistent and keep clicking on it, then she'll start to sing.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. No power.
And now let's get our final mural. Or mural, I should say. And that'll be it. And now for the 4 symbol puzzle solution. So go into this area here, you will find another note or log, which one of these 2 are. I'm not too sure what it is now. And then we'll pick up the rock slide log. At the time, I didn't realize I actually picked it up already. And now for the puzzle solution. So then 4 symbols that I was referring to, you want to take a screenshot of that and then do it in the right order. Well, it's not really the right order, but you have 4 of these symbols here and there's a symbol on the mural. So this will correspond to whatever you see in that water. Or if you were to be very, very fancy, you can go to the right side onto the rock side, it will tell you as well.
Did these stone columns just vibrate? Amazing! The hatches are opening.
This is a very quick video clip. As soon as you enter the desert on the dream world section, just interact with your journal and you'll get this achievement here.
I'm just losing my mind.
If for some reason you don't get it during this next sequence, then once you do it at the very end of the game, you can do it then as well.
Harry?
So now during this dream world still, you want to go into the house. There will be some items here to interact with if you really want to. I'm doing it just in case I miss something.
I don't understand what is happening, Harry. Are you...
But the thing we're looking forward to is the achievement called Greetings from whatever this word says.
mother's music box.
This is located next to the fireplace on the left. Just to be warned, if you interact with the music box, this will finish the section off, so make sure you're happy before you continue on.
Harry. Checkmate in 3 moves.
And now for the turbine puzzle. I really couldn't remember what order this came in, so I do apologise if this is out of order. But I believe the turbine puzzle and the other puzzle that we've just done
Now the wheel is moving.
is you can do it together.
These levers connect those gears to direct the wheel's energy into the turbine. Huh, that was easy. These buttons seem to adjust the amount of energy that goes through the turbine. That should give the turbine some energy. Great, we did it. Now everything should be powered. Blood-soaked rags.
So now once you've done the all necessary things, you've done all the puzzles, you gain access to this main front door in the inner circle. Now this really is not difficult to find these 5 murals because they're located on the wall and they're blue and yellow. So make sure you interact with them as you go through this very short corridor to get to the top.
Are they bathing him in black ooze? His hands are changing, like in my dream. Look at those spots. They look like mine. Now he's some sort of man-fish? Fish of every size and shape.
And now for the next log. This will be the ancient elevator. Before going up the elevator, making sure you interact with all the paperwork onto the crates here. I think it's the one to the left side. And now for the next one is once we go to the very top. This is one of these things that there is a lot of stuff to collect in one small section, so it will be various things.
Giant fish head that I saw from below.
So in here, you can see there's a lot of stuff to interact with. So there's 4 murals here on the wall. There's also a note located to the left. Now to the right side on the wall here, on the second mural. So once you do that first, if you do the mural, look at that, interact with it, and then to the right side you'll find like a white circle.
Harry marked this symbol for a reason.
Interact with that,
Write it down.
making sure you interact with the thing in the middle and the beer bottle on the ground and the puke in front. Now just proceed on around, get the murals, get the paperwork on the chest again. Keep going around and eventually you'll go to the hut. Or not the hut, sorry. You go to a very small camp. Now in here you will find quite a few bunched together. I did miss one, but I do put it in the video.
Someone punched the wall so hard that they bled. Was it you, Harry?
So I'll let you know which one I missed, but once you interact with this next item here, you'll get a very short scene as well of good old Harry again.
Maybe in less than a month, I could be back.
But after that sequence,
There's
you'll
no
just
cure?
keep on going around looking for everything that we can pick up.
But he didn't finish the letter.
So I forgot to pick up the note located on the crate to the left of me right now. But I do, once again, I do actually pick it up. I do show you.
Well done, Harry.
Just not in this clip alone.
John McCormack's Dear Old Pal of Mine? Our favorite song. Harry threw a bottle against the wall. A broken liquor bottle. Is this Harry's? He hates booze. This is the right combination. It appears Harry. Those are drums of some sort. I can sing, but I'm awful when it comes to playing music. This technology never ceases to amaze.
On to chapter 5. Eventually you will get to this open area with the village, and then you'll need to search through multiple houses and you will find a few sinks. If I remember correctly, there should be, I think, 4 to 5 sinks located around this area, and you need to investigate these as well. I think there's 7 or 8 total, and if you investigate them all, you will gain an achievement for doing it. So I'm not going to speak through the entire video, I'll just speak when I need to pop in just to clarify things.
Primitive bowls and plates. It's water animal. Is that what I am now? The inhabitants of this village lived at different altitudes. Whoever the inhabitants were, they were living here against their will. Someone vandalized this mural. Some hands look human, but others are amphibian hands. There are some hand marks made with pigments. I wonder if they mean something. I better draw them just in case. How can I explain what's happening to me? What is the meaning of all this? God's blood, transformation, eternal life. I feel like I'm going through what was written in that inscription. Black blood in eyes, like in the well. This civilization used these devices to raise and lower the water level. It's impressive.
Now for the next achievement, this is called Underwater Royalty. As soon as you enter the water, you want to go to the left and head directly down to the bottom. If you head in this direction, you will find a very small area containing the achievement that we need to do.
Isn't this
And
the
just
tiara
interact
from...
with the items down below.
Wait, I can't remember the name of my hometown.
And now for the next achievement, if you have found all the necessary sinks located in the upper village, and we're going to find the last two located in the water. So now from the last location, just stay to the right side and you'll find two more houses. And each house will have a sink. Once you investigate the last one, you'll get the achievement.
So these creatures...
And now I just want to give you a word of warning. For some reason for me, when I investigate these the first time round, these didn't count. So I had to redo the whole level again just to come to this part. So for some reason for me, the icons didn't really show up that I can investigate these two murals. So if you just keep pressing left click and eventually you'll just trigger the
town is a
conversation,
beautiful place.
then you'll get it.
It's also seen lots of suffering. All kinds of suffering. Beautiful, dangerous. It doesn't seem to affect me though. Different types of creatures of the same species lived here, but they weren't free.
And now for the next two murals, once you leave the underwater section, and eventually you get to the surface again. In this area here, they'll find two murals, one to the left and then one to the left again, but this time it's up the stairs.
Looks like a means of transportation to get to that sanctuary.
And also to finish the level, if you head directly straight, and that will be your last puzzle section as well. But we're not going to go there just yet. We need to go up the stairs to the right hand side and climb the ladder.
Transformation, and the other means seems to show two possible courses of action.
So now once you climb this ladder, there will be lots of things to collect here. I'm not going to name them all, but there's no point. There's too many of them. So once you're in this area, there will be many notes and stuff to pick up.
Oh my god.
And there'll also be like
Did
a
I
very
almost
small
forget
envelope
about
that you can
Harry?
pick up. This will trigger a very short scene with Henry as well.
Harry, that look on your face. Oh dear. A sanctuary. So the guide left the expedition. You followed the river from the temple summit, and it took you some days to find this somebody.
My dear old pal. It's only Cass and me now. With more love than ever. Harry.
Harry? What ritual are you talking about? Why on earth would you want to become like me? Please don't be a fool. You don't even know if that ritual of yours is going to work. This panel looks different from the others. It's much more elaborate. This must be my transportation to the sanctuary.
So now once we get to chapter 6, there will be many things to find. There will be a camp to the left we need to investigate. There's a pedestal in the middle of the island. There's another camp to the right of the island, or the right side of us now. And there's a few things on the bottom of the stairs. There's a mural to the right side of the stairs. So there's many things to investigate, so I'll just let the video play out.
Black ooze. What the hell were you thinking? There are drops of dried blood inside this altar. Oh my goodness. And the gun barrel is empty. Trail of blood. Someone was hurt. A woman's earring stained with blood. There's a bullet hole in here. Another camp. Although it's little more than a few things scattered about. Was the blood? Heavens. A library? What are you? Harry, what is this? It looks like the ramblings of a madman.
My dear old pal. I never should have trusted Cass. Leave it for tomorrow, damn it. Stop writing.
What are you saying, Harry? Don't you see what the Black Ooze does? What it did to the Doctor? Are you out of your mind? If he's behind that door, I wonder which Harry I'll find. How much would be left of the man I love? And how much of the man who has lost his sanity in this place? This mural seems to describe a ritual involving blood. So I... Moby Dick. Its pages are hollowed out, and its shape is... a camera. Harry asleep in his tent. What a creepy photograph. Oh my, she sounds completely out of her mind.
So now for this next area, I'd like to clear things up before we actually do anything. Do not do any puzzles just yet, because if you do any puzzles and then the door that actually goes down and you cannot get the text located on the door, it's either a log or a note, I can't remember which one. But make sure you investigate this entire area properly before we attempt to do any puzzles. Like I said, if you do a puzzle, then you have to redo the level to pick up some of the notes.
I wonder what this means. Constellations and stars. These people seem to worship otherworldly gods. Where is this door leading me? They carried these people here to test them, like a challenge of some sort. A shining constellation. I better draw it. It's a pentagon-shaped symbol with channels in its edges. What was it used for? They took them to a throne room. That was the final step in the ritual. What an odd structure, riddled with nooks and crannies and endless stairways. Maybe it only hurts the first time. Ah! The second also hurts. When I arrived on this island, I felt like I was trespassing. But now, I feel like this is where I belong. Circular icons on the wheel are the same as the constellations I have on my hand. This place is like a labyrinth. It was submerged in black ichor. Harry seems to be on the brink of madness. But I don't feel the slightest hint of confusion. On the contrary, I feel my mind is more focused than ever. Oh, come on. One more time. Ah! Circulus, these icons on the wheel are the same as the constellations I have in my hand. I think I can feel the agony of the slaves, their suffering, and the effects of black and white figures.
So now, to get this achievement, this is located on the far left side of this puzzle section. So what these three switches do, the right switch will control the black piece on the right side, the middle one will control the one directly in front of you, and the left one will control the very far left back piece. So you have to use them in the right orientation to gain access. Once you're happy with the movement you've done, then make sure you activate it, and this will bring up all the floor for you. Also, in this next section here, there will be another similar pattern, but this controls all the white ones. So the same procedure, the left one does the far left white piece, the middle one will do the middle section in front of you at the very back, and the right one will do the right one.
That's the creature I saw in my dreams. He's holding on to a gigantic black stone monolith. Again? Seriously? Ow! That hurt! Again. These icons on the wheel are the same as the constellations I have in my hand. All the doors are open, but where is the constellation I need to open the throne room? Another one of those gates. I have to get into the water again. I can feel the torment of the thousands of slaves who perished here. Earth. And if that's not the Earth's sky, where am I now? These icons on the wheel are the same as the constellations I have in my hand. What was that? A vision to another world? Or a vision of the future? The door to the sanctuary's open. It's time to find out what's waiting for me inside. The door to the sanctuary's open. It's time to find out what's waiting for me inside. What the disturbing mirror isn't made of black ichor. I feel like it is speaking to me. Oh, heavens.
So at the end of the game, you will have a choice to make. You can accept your fate and leave Harry, or you can actually go with Harry to finish the game. But to get this achievement, you have to accept your own fate and leave Harry behind. So once you get into this section here, you will pick up your music box, and then you'll go into the abyss and follow the only path you can. But now, during the sequence here, if you look to the left, it's a very dark area, but to the left side, you'll notice a mountain.
Homesick.
And then once you go in line with that mountain section, you'll find that you can walk straight to it.
Pain, the suffering.
Because you'll be invisible from the floor as well. So
From here.
don't worry, you can't fall off. And then this will be the final achievement, and then you should have all the achievements now through Call of the Sea.
This key just appeared out of the blue. This key just appeared out of the blue.